All right, arrogance. So arrogance is the phenomena of relating to one's opinion as the truth. you, uh, you know those people. You're actually one of them, but we'll get to that in a minute. So you know those people who show up and, oh well, I think this, but they're not. They saying I think this, but they're actually mean that I know this to be true. It's like the six and the nine. It's this looks like a six from my perspective. It looks like a nine from your perspective, but the arrogant person sees the six and they have no space for it could be anything else other than the six, right? They're not interested in walking around and seeing something from someone else's perspective and seeing the nine, right? So people do this all the time. And I know it kind of seems like simple, like, oh yeah, no, I get it. If you relate to your opinion as the truth, that's arrogant. Yeah, except that there's layer upon layer upon layer upon layer upon layer of this phenomena of where you have opinions about life, you have opinions about yourself, you have opinions about relationships, you have opinions about spiritual connection, you have opinions about money and abundance, you have opinions about your neighbor, you have permission about the other political party or all political parties, you have opinions about happiness and just all of it, right? And your opinions are, you relate to them as the truth. If I really started poking around at your opinions, I would find opinions that you don't relate to as opinions. You relate to as like the absolute truth, right? So arrogance is a sleepfulness, right? It's a willingness to react rather than to respond. It's a laziness about going beyond what I think and bringing humbleness and humility to one's training, experience, opinions, ideas. It's a laziness where you're not open to, there may be something else going on that you don't actually perceive, right? There's an arrogance to thinking that everything you see and everything you know and everything you feel and everything you hear is actually all there is. That's absurd and ridiculous. We're just these tiny little human beings on this obscure planet on the edge of a small galaxy. And to think that you or any one person to think that they know everything about anything is like just beyond absurd, right? Except you can kind of see the logic of that, except I guarantee you're in your life relating to what you think you know as the absolute truth. There's a certain being right to it. There's a certain righteousness to arrogance. Like, oh, I know this. Like, I know this to be true. Well, really, and probably in every case, you don't actually know something to be true. You just have a strong opinion about it. I say there's no top to the mountain. And what I mean is there's no point at which you know everything about something. There's always more to learn. There's always more to be wise about, more to feel, more to see, more to hear. Um, uh, Everything that you want that you don't have in your life is on the other side of distinguishing where you're arrogant about something, right? Where you think you know something, but you're dead wrong about it, and everything that you want that you don't have in your life is on the other side of what you're absolutely dead certain about, of what you're arrogant about. Awesome. So that's arrogance.